All right, welcome in everybody to the BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B today. We got one case of 2024 Panini Select Baseball to get into. Before we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, BMC.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks and let you know we go live and eBay Live. Also, you mentioned the other person this time, link down in the description. All right, 12 boxes, good to go. Good luck, everybody. Gunnar Henderson, Rodriguez, Ethan Salas, Rhett Lauder, and Albert Pujols. Any available spots? No, sir. Breaks were sold the night before. Orelvis Martinez, Bruce Bochy, Brandon Maeo, Drew Jones, and Jackson Merrill. Dylan Head, Ty Floyd, Juan Marichal, Jim Tumey, and Drew Gilbert. Larry Doby, Ronnie Mauricio, Jackson Churio, excuse me, Ronnie Mauricio, and Rafi Velasquez. Now, always helpful when things actually show up when they're supposed to, right? Diego Cartaya, purple, out of 99. Jacob Wilson, patch, and Big Poppy. Speaking of, if you were supposed to be an impeccable, guess what? It will be here today. We're good to go. Sammy Sosa. Silver, Paul Skeens, Colson Montgomery. Robin Ventura, Cal Ripken, Roy Halladay out of 199, and Redemption, Spencer Arrighetti. Diamond Action Signatures, and Noble Meyer. Ken Griffey Jr., Xavier Isaac. Todd out for Scott Rowland out of 25, Roberto Clemente, and George Brett. Ozzie Smith, Owen Casey, Chase Dollander out of 199, Leo DeVries, and Blake Mitchell. Harrison Waldrop, Adiel Amador, George Brett, silver, Nick Lofton, and Chase DeLauder, silver auto. Phil Rizzuto, Roy Halladay, Trey Morgan, Ethan Salas, and Blake Dunn. Red Lauder, Ryan Lasco, Josh Knopf out of 99, George Lombard Jr., and Chase Davis. Box of 2. Marcelo Mayer, Chase Dollander, Adiel Amador out of 99, White, Brady House, and Jason Bowen. Aaron Judge, Don Mattingly, Sebastian Walcott out of 199, Marcelo Mayer, and JD Gonzalez. Robin Anthony, Tommy Troy, Ken Griffey Jr. out of 199, Ricky Henderson, and Jairo Iriarte. Miles Naylor, this is Zach DeLope, Colson Montgomery, 99 out of 99, red patch for Kyle Teal, and Hank Greenberg. Judy Caminero, Bobby Wood Jr., Harrison Waldrop, Christian Scott, and Adam Jones. Yohan Santana, Nomar Garcia Part, Ethan Salas out of 149, Colin Huck, and Jacob Mizurowski. I believe we did and are looking into it. Nolan Ryan, Ryan Sandberg, Gunnar Henderson out of 199, Jacob Gonzalez, and Arjun Namala. Starlin Cobham, Grant Taylor, Tony Gwynn, Gunnar Henderson, silver auto, and Trey Morgan. Jim Palmer, Bob Gibson, Roy Halladay, Yadier Molina, and Nolan Shanuel. A-Rod, Bryce Eldridge, ooh, Yohandy Morales, Emerald, 2 of 5. Charlie Soto, and Ichiro. Chase Davis, Colt Keith, Xavier Isaac out of 49, Ty Pete, silver auto, and Stan Musial. River Ryan, Josh Noth, Jack Leiter out of 149, Ethan Salas, and Kevin McGonigal. Box number 3. A-Rod, Bryce Eldridge, Roman Anthony out of 199, Jacob Mizurowski, and Jordan Maggio. Chase Davis, Colt Keith, Gunnar Henderson silver, and 28 of 35 patch auto for Luis Gonzalez. Game worn. I really like that about this year's select. Lots of game worn stuff. Jackson Joe. Dylan Cruz. Evan Carter. Or Elvis Martinez at a 149. Mickey Mantle. And Max Muncy. River Ryan. Josh Noth. Lou Brock. George Lombard Jr. and Hessen Kierstad. Max Anderson, Carlos Beltran, Arjun Namala, Brock Porter, and Sean Sullivan. Ken Griffey Jr., Xavier Isaac, Matt Shaw, Dylan Cruz, blue out of 49, and Pee Wee Reese. Ozzie Smith, Owen Casey, Ichiro out of 199. Silver auto for Emmett Sheehan and Shamar Johnson. Harrison Waldrop, Adiel Amador, Bruce Bochy, Blake Mitchell, and Ernie Banks. Phil Rizzuto, Roy Halladay, Mark McGuire, Noah Schultz, Alonzo Treadwell, Red Lauder, Ryan Lasco, white for Roman Anthony out of 99. Colson Montgomery, patch, and David Festa. Gunner, Ryder Carius, or Elvis Martinez, Roy Halladay, and Jackson Churio. Elvis Martinez, Bruce Bochy, and gold, Brock Wilken. 4 out of 10. James Wood and Goose Gossage. Jackson Merrill, Nolan Shanuel, Colson Montgomery out of 199. Adi Alamador, silver auto, and Colt Emerson. Luis Acuna, Alex Clemmy, Connor Norby out of 199. Red Lauder, and Diego Cartaya. Andrew Painter, Juan Bin Show, Jacob Wilson silver, and silver auto for Starlin Caba. Jacob Wilson. Bud Selig, Ada Miller, Drew Gilbert, Ozzie Smith, and Will Clark. Matt Shaw, Lou Brock, Eddie Murray out of 99. And red patch out of 99, Spencer Arrietty. Willie Mays. Drew Jones, Nova Meyer, and gold, Joe DiMaggio. 8 of 10. Red for Aiden Miller out of 99. And Billy Martin. Eddie Murray, Enrique Bradfield, Mickey Mantle, red out of 149, Colson Montgomery, and Carson Rocafort. Roberto Clemente, Brock Porter, Phil Rizzuto, Albert Pujols, and Jace Borhoffen. Tom Glavine, Kyle Manzardo, Ryan Lasco, Albert Pujols, and Silas Arduin. Yogi Berra, Paul Skeens, Grant Taylor, Dylan Head, and Robert Hassel. Tommy Troy, Ty Pete, Diego Cartaya, Jackson Churio, and Ada Miller. Zach DeLope, Roman Anthony, Starlin Caba, Adi Alamador, and Eric Petoni. Nomar Garcia Parra, Judy Caminero, Mark McGuire silver, Mike Piazza, and Alonzo Treadwell. Bobby Witt, Miles Naylor, Chipper Jones out of 199, Francisco Velorio, silver auto, and Ernie Banks. Brad Taylor, Nolan Ryan, Chase Dollander out of 99, and patch for Hessen Kierstad, Chase Young. Chase Dollander, Starlin Caba, Leo DeVries, silver, Brock Porter, and Goose Gossage. Don Mattingly, Marcelo Mayer, Bruce Bochy, and Paul Skeens, Jairo Iriarte. Ryan Sandberg, Johan Santana, Gunnar Henderson, Evan Carter, and Jackson Churio. Kyle Manzardo, Drew Jones, Brandon Maea out of 99, Albert Pujols, and Jackson Jobe. That's a Kierstad. Silver auto for Colt Keith, Jackson Merrill, Nolan Shanuel, and Mickey Mantle. Yogi Berra, Paul Skeens, Roderick Arias, Dylan Head, and Sean Sullivan. Matt Shaw, Lou Brock, Stan the Man out of 149, Jackson Churio, and Brandon Fat. Tommy Troy, Ty Pete, silver, Justin Crawford, Adiel Amador, and Pee Wee Reese. Zach DeLope, Roman Anthony, Adam Wainwright, Junior Caminero, blue out of 49, and Tramar Johnson. Box number 6, Aaron Judge, Don Mattingly, Blake Mitchell silver, Mike Piazza, Adam Wainwright, Jim Palmer, Bob Gibson, Larry Doby, blue out of 49, Evan Carter, and Paul Skeens. Alex Rodriguez, Bryce Eldridge, Dylan Head out of 199, Diamond Action Signatures for Spencer Arrietty. And there's number 2 on that redemption, and Lucas Shaw. Chase Davis, Colt Keith, James Wood silver, Evan Carter, and Emmett Sheehan. River Ryan, Josh Nod, Tony Gwynn, Brock Porter, and Harrison Waldrop. Dylan Cruz, Evan Carter, Noah Meyer out of 149, Patch, silver, Jackson Churio, and Gino Gruber. Miles Naylor, Zach DeLoach, Nick Lofton silver, Colson Montgomery, and Ada Miller. Cutie Caminero, Bobby Witt, Heston Kierstad, Albert Pujols, and Eric Batoni. Johan Santana, Nomar Garcia Parra, Enrique Bradfield Jr. out of 49, Dylan Head, and James Triantos. One Ryan Sandberg, Jim Tomey, Andre Galarraga, patch auto, red out of 49, and Xianming Wang. Starlin Caba, Grant Taylor, silver die cut for Jonah Tom, diamond level die cut. Jackson Churio and Bo Jackson. Marcelo Mayer, Chase Dollander, Diego Cartaya out of 149, and Adiel Amador, Evan Carter. Bruce Bochy, Gunnar Henderson, Sammy Sosa out of 149, and Connor Norby, 31 out of 49, blue auto, Jackson Merrill. Cal Ripken, or Elvis Martinez, ×2, Junior Caminera, and Noble Meyer. Ty Floyd, Robert Ventura, Bob Gibson, Jake Gonzalez, and Drew Gilbert. Ronnie Mauricio, Dylan Head, Aiden Miller out of 199, Tommy Lasorda, patch, and Brady Taylor. Tony Gwynn, Larry Doby, silver, Felon Celestine, Gunnar Henderson, and Rafi Velasquez. Jackson Churio, Brandon Baea, Eric Patoni out of 25, Chase Dollander, and Joe DiMaggio. Xavier Isaac, Max Anderson, Drew Jones out of 199. Rhett Lauder. George Brett. Owen Casey. Ken Griffey Jr., Ricky Henderson. And Colt Keith. Silverado. Blake Mitchell. Adi Alamador. Ozzie Smith. Jackson Merrill. Drew Jones. And Nick Lofton. Roy Halladay, Hurston Waldrop, orange for Kevin McGonigal out of 49. Jim Tomey, Harry Ford. Ryan Lasco, Phil Rizzuto. Bruce Bochy, Ronnie Maurizio. And Blake Dunn. Roderick Arias, Rhett Lauder, or Don Mattingly, Adiel Amador out of 99. And Albert Pujols. Box of 8. Steve Garvey, Chipper Jones, Cade Horton, and Ryan Braun. Ryan Blaney comes later today. Connor Norby, Drew Hagenberg, Eric Vitoni out of 199. Bryce Matthews, Bobby Wood Jr., and Giovanni Rodriguez. Roberto Alomar, George Lombard Jr., Kevin Alcantara to 25, Joe DiMaggio, and Brock Wilken. Bryce Matthews, Tommy White, Dylan Head out of 99. Ty Pete, Silverado, and Jack Leiter. Alex Fleming, Kyle Teal, Johan Santana out of 199, Dylan Cruz, and David Wright. Leo DeVries, Justin Crawford, Yogi Berra out of 149, Marcelo Mayer, and Spencer Arrietty. Noah Schultz, Takoa Roby, Josh Noth out of 49, Aaron Judge, and Luis Baez. Jacob Gonzalez, Reggie Jackson, Ethan Salas out of 49, blue patch for Bryce Eldridge. Nice patch. Not getting used. Sad. Jackson Churio. Brandon Taylor, Gary Carter, Kobe Mayo, Kevin McGonigal, and Mike Bove. Cards of Wise and Hunt, Abner Uribe, Nick Lofton out of 149, Spencer Jones, and Enrique Bradfield Jr. Jacob Wilson, Sebastian Walcott, Reggie Jackson out of 199, Pedro Martinez, and Mark McGuire. Mickey Mantle, Arjun Namala, Jackson Merrill, Nolan Ryan, 9 of 10, gold auto. Boom. That's a beauty. And Frank Thomas. Bob Gibson, Aaron Judge, Frank Thomas out of 199, Silverado for Dylan Head, and Paul Skeens. Bryce Eldridge, Jim Palmer, Roderick Arias Silver, Roberto Clemente, and Luke Shaw. Colt Keith, Alex Rodriguez, Drew Thorpe, tie-dye to 25, Leo DeVries, and Emmett Sheehan. Josh Knopf, Chase Davis, Colin Huck out of 149, and patch for Tommy Troy. Does it for Troy. Evan Carter, River Ryan, Gunnar Henderson Silver, Ethan Salas, and Hurston Waldrop. Carlos Beltran, Dylan Cruz, Marcelo Mayer, George Lombard Jr., and Colson Montgomery. Bobby Wood Jr., Miles Naylor, Roberto Alomar out of 199, Mike Piazza, and James Triantos. Nomar Garcia Parra, Junior Caminero, Red Lauder Silver, and Sebastian Walcott, Silver Auto. Jim Wong. Ryan Sandberg, Johan Santana, Noble Meyer, Evan Carter, and Bo Jackson. Grant Taylor, Nolan Ryan, Joe DiMaggio out of 99, Barack Porter, and Sammy Stafura. Chase Dollander, Starlin Cava, Rod Carew, Paul Skeens, and Adam Wainwright. Don Mattingly, Marcelo Mayer, Chase Dollander, and blue for Noble Meyer out of 49, and James Wood. Box number 10. Larry Doby, Ronnie Maurizio, Ryan Lasco out of 49, Colt Emerson, red, 63 out of 99, and Kobe Mayo. Brandon Maia, Tony Gwynn, Hurston Waldrop Silver, Brandon Maia, and Chase Dollander. Jim Tomey, Jackson Churio, Ryan Sandberg, Buster Posey, and Feldman Celestine. Ethan Salas, James Wood, David Wright, out of 149, Spencer Jones, patch, and Rhett Lauder. Thomas White, Juan Marichal, Roy Halladay Silver, Bobby Wood Jr., and Ricky Henderson. Cal Teal, Bryce Matthews, Nolan Ryan, Evan Carter, and Rod Carew. Nomar Garcia Parra, Junior Caminero, Zach DeLope out of 199, and Brock Wilkin, Silver Auto. Giovanni Rodriguez. Carson Weisenhunt, Dylan Head, Jace Boroff in silver, Paul Skeens, and Brock Wilkin. Jacob Wilson, Sebastian Walcott, Nomar Garcia Parra, Matt Shaw, and Jack Leiter. Mickey Mantle, Arjun Amala, Yadi Molina out of 99, Patch out of 99, Brady House, and Walker Martin. Leo DeVries, Justin Crawford, Ozzie Smith, Connor Norby, and David Wright. Steve Garvey, Chipper Jones, Johan Santana, Jackson Churio, and Christian Scott. Box number 11. Jim Thome, Jackson Churio, Colson Montgomery Silver, Judy Caminero, and Joe DiMaggio. Carson Washington Hunt, Abner Uribe, Noah Schultz Silver, Mariano Rivera, and Tamar Johnson. Jacob Wilson, Sebastian Walcott, Hurston Waldrop, Aaron Judge, and Ernie Banks. Mickey Mantle, Arjun Namala, Nolan Ryan, out of 199, and out of 49, Ben Sheets, red patch auto. Alonzo Treadwell. Leo DeVries, Justin Crawford, Urson Waldrop Silver, Kevin McGonigal, and Jackson Churio. Steve Garvey, Chipper Jones, Gunnar Henderson, Spencer Jones, and Goose Gossage. Connor Norby, Drew Hackenberg, Frank Thomas, orange out of 49, and out of 99, red patch for Evan Carter. Johnny Bench. Sammy Sosa, James Wood, Yanni Molina, red Buster Posey out of 99, and Jackson Jobe. Juan Marichal, Ethan Salas, Willie McCovey out of 199, Jacob Gonzalez, and Heston Kierstad. Noah Schultz, Takoa Roby, ×2. Ricky Tiedemann, silver auto, and Sean Sullivan. Jacob Gonzalez, Reggie Jackson, Ozzie Smith, Gunnar Henderson, and Pee Wee Reese. Brady Taylor, Gary Carter, Matt Shaw out of 149, Chase Dollander, and Leo DeVries. Final box of the break, box number 12. Good luck, everybody. All right, good luck, everybody. Nolan Ryan, Ryan Sandberg, Chase Davis out of 149, Willie Mays, and Will Warren. Selling Kava, Grant Taylor, James Friantos, Jack Leiter, and David Wright. Marcelo Mayer, Chase Dollander, Will Clark out of 199, Drew Jones out of 49, and Jack Leiter. Aaron Judge, Don Mattingly, Ozzie Smith out of 99, Owen Casey, silver auto, and Brock Wilkin. Eddie Murray, Enrique Bradfield Jr., Jace Boroffin out of 149, Ronnie Mauricio, and Giovanni Rodriguez. Lou Brock, Yogi Berra, Johnny Damon out of 149, Connor Norby, tie-dye patch out of 35 or out of 25, and Jordan Tong. Ty Pete, Matt Shaw, Steve Garvey, Noah Meyer, and Jose Reyes. That look, feel, and smell look impeccable. Roman Anthony, Tommy Troy, Mickey Mantle out of 199, Gunnar Henderson, and Chase Petty. Miles Naylor, Zach DeLoach, and finally, Zebra SSP, Dylan Cruz. That's a nice one. Dylan Cruz, Mariano Rivera. Judy Caminero, Bobby Witt, Noble Meyer out of 49. And Ellie De La Cruz, 14/35, purple auto. Nice. Awesome Wells. Roberto Clemente, Brock Porter, Grant Taylor, Dylan Cruz, and Spencer Arrieta. Johan Santana, Nomar Garcia Parra, Nolan Ryan, Jackson Churio, and Christian Scott. And that'll do it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being part of the break as always. Really do appreciate it. Crush that thing in under 40 minutes. Proud of us. Go team. All right, for the hit recap, of which there are a couple of things. Diego Cartaya, Jacob Wilson, Roy Halladay, Spencer Arrieta, Scott Rowland, Chase Dollander, Chase DeLauder, Josh Noth, Adiel Amador, Sebastian Walcott, Kieran Griffey Jr., Kyle Teal, Ethan Salas, Gunnar Henderson, Yohandy Morales out of 5, Xavier Isaac, Ty Pete, Jack Leiter, Roman Anthony, Luis Gonzalez, Elvis Martinez, Dylan Cruz, Ichiro, Emmett Sheehan, Roman Anthony, Colson Montgomery, Brock Wilkin, gold out of 10, Colson Montgomery, Adiel Amador, Connor Norby, Starlin Caba, Eddie Murray, Spencer Arrieta, and Joe DiMaggio, gold out of 10. Ada Miller, Mickey Mantle, Chipper Jones, Francisco Valorio, Chase Dollander, Heston Kierstad, Brandon Baea, Colt Keith, Stan the Man, Judy Caminero, Evan Carter, Dylan Head, Spencer Arrieta, Noah Meyer, and Jackson Churio. Ricky Bradfield Jr., Andre Galarraga, Jordan Tong, and Diego Cartaya. Sammy Sosa, Connor Norby, Aiden Miller, Tony Lasorda, Eric Pitoni, Drew Jones, Colt Keith, Kevin McGonigal, Adiel Amador, Kevin Alcantara, Eric Pitoni, Dylan Head, Ty Pete, Johan Santana, Yogi Berra, Josh Noth, Bryce Eldridge, Nick Lofton, Reggie Jackson, and gold Nolan Ryan auto out of 10. Frank Thomas, Dylan Head, Drew Thorpe, Colin Huck, and Tommy Troy. Roberto Alomar, Sebastian Walcott, Joe DiMaggio, Noah Meyer, Ryan Lasco, Colt Emerson, David Wright, Spencer Jones, Zach DeLope, Brock Wilkin, Yanni Molina, Brady House, and Ben Sheets. Nolan Ryan, Frank Thomas, Evan Carter, Buster Posey, Willie McCovey, that one, Ricky Tiedemann, Matt Shaw, Chase Davis, Will Clark, Drew Jones, Ozzie Smith, Owen Casey, Jace Boroffen, Johnny Damon, Connor Norby, Mickey Mantle, Dylan Cruz, Case Hit, Zebra, Noble Meyer, and Ellie De La Cruz, 14/35. All right, that is it for baseball. Going to go ahead and get set up for Electrum Football Solo Pack, I do believe. That is up next. And we have NT NASCAR, 2025 Leaf Metal Sports Heroes, and then Impeccable. So catch you guys back here for all of that here in just a minute. Thank you guys for being part of the break and being here on a Wednesday. Catch you back here in about 5 minutes.